Once primary forests are gone, they are gone forever. At the 2021 United Nations Climate Conference in Glasgow, 145 nations made a pledge to halt and reverse deforestation and inland and land degradation by 2030. Almost 3 years later, the call for transformative action is ringing hollow. Globally, 6.3 million hectares of forest were lost in 2023, and targets to reduce deforestation were missed in almost all tropical regions, according to the 2024 Forest Declaration Assessment. Even more forest, 62 million hectares, became degraded, meaning an area fell to a lower ecological integrity class in 2022. Overall, the world is 45% of its deforestation targets, and in a frustrating twist, forest loss levels have risen above a 2018 to 2020 baseline since the pledge. The core driver of deforestation is commodity production. Over the past 2 decades, 57% of permanent forest loss has been caused by the production of agricultural commodities such as beef, soy, and palm oil, with about 20% to 25% of that production being exported. Demand for these products has only increased. The EU and China were responsible for 40% of all deforestation embodied in the direct trade of agricultural commodities from 2020 to 2022. Meanwhile, mining and the production of viscose, a fabric made out of cellulose, are emerging threat. While there's sustainable intention behind the rise in certain commodities, viscose has been marketed as eco-friendly, and the appetite for metals and rare earth elements is being partly driven by the energy transition. It's a reminder that consumption, green or not, will have impacts on carbon sinks and the natural ecosystem. As I wrote last year, as much as 40% of viscose comes from sources likely to be linked to deforestation. Though, as my colleague David rightly points out, in Indonesia, where there's been a lot of focus on the threat of nickel mining, palm oil remains the biggest danger by far. Efforts to eliminate the deforestation from supply chains have largely been voluntary corporate commitments, while these pledges have steered the conversation and helped the development of a traceable system. It's clear that they aren't enough to deliver results at a sufficient pace.